What's happening, y'all? I've been trying to do another video all week, but I don't know. Every time I had a chance to come home and do it, sat down on the couch and just laid down next to Jackie and passed out for just hours. A couple nights. Last night I got home at like 6 o'clock on Friday night, so I didn't have to get up this morning. And got home, laid down, and I ended up sleeping until like 11 o'clock, and then I was up for a little while and then went back to bed. But it's been a long week. So anyhow, my biggest issue that I think too of starting them is like I don't really know sometimes what I want to talk about. I got a couple topics that I picked. I don't know. I just don't really know where to get started. Once I get started, then I just get on a roll about shit. But I just sometimes getting started, I don't really know where to start it. So I'm just gonna pick something here. Alright, when I was growing up, my dad always would tell me that there's two types of people, or two things in the world that he just absolutely hates, and that's liars and thieves. Now, not that I have any fondness for liars or thieves. As it turns out, like, there's the two types of people that I hate. It doesn't happen to be that. I mean, I just assume everybody's lying about something at least. So I kind of just take anything from anybody with a grain of salt, except for, a few close people to me. But the two types of people I hate are hypocrites and people that are just like lazy to the point of being rude. Dude, stop. And when I say that, like, alright, so I just went to Walgreens, go pick up a couple things, just got off work a little bit ago. And dude, there's just garbage all over the place. I mean, just everywhere. And it's like, it's not a typical Walgreens parking lot. I don't know how they are in other areas. But around here, they're all identical stores, but they just have like mirror images of themselves. So it'll be like one way or the other way, but otherwise they're the same. Parking lots are roughly the same, but this particular parking lot's kind of big, and there's it's like right on a corner of two main roads and some other business that uses the parking lot, so it's kind of extra big. But they have garbage cans up by the building. They have them out in the parking lot too, because it's a big parking lot. And I mean, there's just fucking garbage everywhere, all over the place. And it's like, dude, how the fuck is it that people are just that fucking disgustingly lazy that they just go, man, fuck it, I don't care. Oh, garbage? Fuck it, who cares? Fuck everybody. Who gives a shit what my community looks like? It's fucking really bothers me. It's been bothering me for a while. When I first got Jackie, we'd go for walks, and like I'd try to, I'd actually take a plastic grocery bag with me, and just pick up garbage until I filled the fucking thing up, and then throw it away in a garbage can or a dumpster somewhere. And I do that too because if I'm not gonna at least do something, I'm not saving the world with this shit, but if I'm not at least gonna do something, then I don't really have a right to bitch about it. So I don't really know how well my voice is picking up on here, but hold on a minute. All right, sorry, I heard some noises on my porch, so just want to check it out. So anyways, I was just saying that there, like when I go places, when I go to stores, I try to like bring in carts that people left just out to hit other people's cars. That's the thing. I mean, at least they have cart corrals. Like I've seen people literally leave a cart 2 spaces over from the fucking cart corral, and they won't just push it over in there. Like, dude, that person they should just be smacked for that. Nothing too crazy, but just fucking get their attention and just like, hey, dickhead, go fucking put your cart away, man. And there'll be the same people that would bitch about other people leaving carts out, especially if one hit their fucking car. They're gonna bitch about that. Fucking assholes left the carts out here, but they did. So I try to pick up garbage and put carts back and do just some little shit, something, because I also don't like hypocrites. So if I'm going to bitch about people throwing garbage out, even though I'm not throwing garbage out myself, and I don't leave carts outside. I don't even put them in the cart. I'll fucking, even in the rain, I'll take them all the way back inside the store. And it's like, if I'm just doing my part, but not trying to help, like just not throwing garbage out myself, but that's it, that's as far as I go, then that would make me a hypocrite to sit and bitch about it. So that's why I do it, just because I want to try to make my fucking community look a little better, a little bit pieces at a time. It's not like it really makes any major difference, but at least somebody's picking up fucking something, you know? Because I don't ever seen anybody else picking up nothing. So, you know, I try to clean up little areas, but it's like, I feel like if I don't do that, then I don't really have a right to bitch about nothing, because that would just make me a hypocrite. You know? It'd be like me bitching about people riding my ass all the time and then me riding everybody else's ass. I'd be a fucking hypocrite. I don't like people that do that shit. Like, I can't, there's been times lately where I've been driving and, like, I see somebody just for miles and miles just fucking up somebody's ass. Just up their ass. And after a while watching this shit, sometimes I just get pissed. And so I'll get up on that person's ass, like right fucking on them too, just so, you know, they can see how it feels to fucking be an ass, have someone be an asshole to you. So I'll be doing that, and after a pretty short while, like, I've had cars that just jerk the wheel over into the open lane and let me pass because they're all pissed off that I'm doing it. I'm like, bro, as I've been doing this, you have not gotten any further away. We're talking not no like couple car lengths or one car length. We're talking like half a car length all the way down the fucking road for miles. And then when they got onto a 2-lane road each direction, did he go around that car? No. Stayed right on their ass. I was going to follow him over to the next turn because that's a lot of people make that same route. Probably going to follow him right over and do it again. So, get on his ass and he gets all pissy about it. I'm like, yeah, that's funny, dude. That's the kind of shit I don't like hypocrites. It's bad enough to just to be a certain way or do something certain, but you can't get pissed about it and bitch about it if you're doing the same shit. And like, I'll see people that'll be right on someone's ass. I mean, on their fucking ass. I'm talking like, there ain't much room between the two cars. No matter fucking, it could be 90 going down the highway, or it could be 20 on a side road, or 45 on a main road. You know, it's just right up their ass. As soon as that car gets out of the way or turns or whatever, they fly up to the next car and start riding their ass. So it's like, the whole fucking time they're driving, they're just up somebody's ass. Why are you doing that? It doesn't make any sense. Like, if you, I don't know if people don't realize this, but if you rear end a car, it's your fault no matter what. I mean, if they slam on the fucking brakes for no reason, you hit them, it's your fault because you did not give yourself enough room to stop. Maybe you'll luck out and the person will be drunk or like clearly high on something, and then maybe somehow you'll be able to snake out of it. But short of that, it's your fault. And I just don't understand, like, people just constantly, like, in such a hurry. Like, dude, all it takes is one time you hit a car, and then you got fucking police got to show up, and you got to go through all that shit, and the paperwork, might have to record, or who knows what. And it's like, dude, really? Now, if you're 1 foot behind a car that's doing 30, you're going to be doing 30. If you are one car length off of a car that's doing 30, you're going to be doing 30. If you're the proper amount of space, like 3.5 car lengths off of that car, you're going to be doing 30. You're still going the same fucking speed. Why? Especially in a fucking rain, do people constantly just get up everyone's ass all the fucking time, dude? Like, you're gonna go the same. I've never seen one person ride another person's ass and that make them speed up. I fucking slow down. Every time I would just start going real fucking slow, or there's been times I've just locked up the fucking brakes on people because I'm just sick and fucking tired of people's shitty ass attitude everywhere they fucking go. Because we all know that every single one of these people are just the most fucking important people in the world, and fuck everybody else because, you know, whatever dumb shit they're doing is far more important than risking, you know, 100 people's fucking lives along the way. Will so fucking be it. That they're them, you know. Who the fuck are we to say something about it? But it's like, dude, I see people just all the time trying to act like fucking show off, and, you know, they want to try to act like they're fast going down the highway, just riding everybody's fucking ass, man. Get right up on my ass. All right, fuck it. Here, I'll pull over and fucking go on, dude. And then so, you know, they'll start to get a little bit ahead of me. Maybe the car that was behind them will start to get a little ahead of me, and I'm over here watching because one of the major highways here, between exits, is 5 lanes. So if there's like 1 mile between the exit, you got 5 lanes for that 1 mile. And like the on-ramp, if you stay in that lane, it just becomes an off-ramp. And they redid the highways way back in the day through here, or redid that particular highway. It was like a 20-year project. It was crazy. But they kept that lane all the way through. But if you don't get out of it, you're going to get off on the next one. Or like most people do at the last fucking possible second, because they apparently can't read the 15 fucking signs that they go underneath. And see that, like, you know, the dashes on the side change. They're not, you know, the regular long dashes. They're little tiny short ones. And the little fucking arrows saying this shit. Like, they don't realize it till the last second because their head's up their ass and they just fucking cut the wheel with no turn signal. Where I get off on the highway, dude, it's like, I would say if you're coming up along in the second lane is the one you got to be in to go underneath the road and come up on the ramp. If you're in that lane, just automatically assume that 50% of the cars that are in that right lane are just going to fucking come over at some point. And a lot of them wait till the last second to get over. Just before, when you're coming from one highway, it kind of curves that way up, like once, so there's like a big split off for different highways right there. So I always follow the one up, and it's like, fuck, I don't remember what I was just saying about the highway. Oh, Jesus, sorry. Fuck, man. So when you're coming around, it's 3 lanes. Well, it's 4 lanes. One of them will send you up back onto the main road, the main highway, toll road. The other one will take you up to go south, and then that lane branches off, and so you have 3 lanes for about half a mile past that point. Okay. Now that third lane, right as you're getting around in this curve, the lane just fucking ends. It just forces you right back over. Okay. Now there's a big ass sign, lane ends 1,500 feet. Big fucking massive yellow sign. 1,500 feet. This lane is going to end. Another one, 1,000 feet. 500 feet. Lane ends. Big fucking X on it. And these people, it doesn't matter if there's cars. I mean, even when there's cars next to them, they'll just stay in that fucking lane. They don't speed up. They don't slow down and try to get over. They just literally force the other car over, or they just drive on the fucking shoulder. And it's like, when you're getting down like to the 500 feet, and people just jump, and they will go in that lane, and it's not like they'll get in there and just punch the fucking gas and go and get out past people. They pull over and just kind of get right next to the car next to them, and it's like, oh shit. I cannot tell you how many times I've almost seen just a major accident right there. So when I like see people doing stupid shit, I kind of get in the right lane. So if I get to jump in that shoulder and blow past a bunch of people that fucking just, you know, it's crazy. It's great all the time. I've never seen one person other than myself at any point who's in that lane if I'm passing people where once I have my opening, I just get the fuck over. I mean, there might have been once or twice where I try to go around somebody and they want to be an asshole and speed up, so I gotta fucking go quick, and I might have to take till the end of it. But like one time I had to do that, and this guy was just riding my ass down the highway. I mean, I barely had enough room. That's not shit that I normally do. I don't like cutting it close at all. That time it was. I mean, I had the room to do it, but it was just, you know, it's kind of close. But this fucking dude just followed me right through it. I don't know how the fuck he didn't hit the car that he passed. I have no idea how he did it. But it's crazy, man. People just with no regard for anything or anyone. I mean, I've seen people doing shit on the highway. Like, they'll be in the fast lane and just dive across 5 lanes. No signal, no warning. They don't ease over. I mean, they cut the fucking wheel and just at an angle shoot across the fucking traffic. And I mean, not like there's a big gap in the traffic and they just got the room to do it. All right, yeah, if that's the case, fine, go for it, shit. But no, I'm talking like almost hits like 7 different cars just fucking flying across because they're too busy fucking yapping or not, or, you know, looking at their phone or fucking, I don't know, sticking their thumb up their ass or something. They just apparently don't realize, oh, here's my fucking exit. I should probably start to make my way over as I'm getting closer to it. Nah, fuck it. Fuck everybody. It's like, dude, are you really that much of an asshole that you don't mind just fucking risking killing God only knows how many fucking people or kids or whoever in these cars that you're fucking almost slamming into at 90 miles an hour? That's some crazy shit, man. I mean, if you want to fucking risk your own life, that's one thing, dude. But how the fuck are people going to risk just any fucking body's life around them and not think twice about it? It's fucking crazy, man. I don't know. That's fucking nuts. I just had a shit. Well, no, the drive home actually was really nice. But The drive to work today, oh my God, I wanted to fucking shoot like 50 people in the fucking head, man. If I was given a quota by the government, it could be anything from 1 to 100. How many people I could shoot in the fucking head that I encounter every day, I would fill my fucking quota every single day of the week. Every day of the week, I'd just fucking start dropping people if I was allowed to. And don't worry, I'm not, because I'm trying to go to prison. I got shit to do in this world. But, oh man, I just fucking hate people so much as a whole. I mean, human beings as a whole, like, I don't like calling them human beings. They're just fucking savage fucking animals. That's all they are. Individually, I mean, there's a lot of people that do actually drive decent on the road too. But, man, these motherfuckers are assholes. And it's just like, the shit that I see nowadays is like, I can't go one block on the main road without somebody driving like an asshole around me. Back in, 90s, early 2000s, it's like, you'd maybe once a year, twice a year, see somebody do something kind of stupid. And everybody's like, what the fuck are they? I mean, it kind of blew your mind. Now it's like, if I go anywhere and I don't see something just ridiculous, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Always. There's always some crazy shit going on. And, I don't know, it just fucking drives me nuts. I fucking hate people that just throw their shit out the fucking window. I mean, I couldn't believe how much garbage. And if it wasn't raining, I would have stopped to pick some up, but it's fucking raining. All the shit's wet. And it's not the one I normally go to. It's fucking miles away, which doesn't change anything. If it were dry, I didn't see any cars outside. I would have brought them in, but, I don't know. It just fucking irritates me. It really does. It does. But I don't want to sit and keep talking about that. Let's change. Well, that was my first topic. Hypocrites and lazy people. I mean, being lazy where it's just affecting you. Hey, man, it's your own life. Fuck it. But when you start affecting other people or the area you live in, like, dude, don't be a fucking asshole. Just don't be a fucking piece of shit asshole. You know? Like, all the garbage that I see at the Walgreens I normally go to, just tons of garbage within 5 feet of the garbage can. Those people should get the shit smacked out of them, too. It's like, dude, don't be a fucking lazy piece of shit. Throw it in the fucking garbage. You're right by it, motherfucker. Jesus. Alright. So let's talk about some other topics. It's like 1:30 in the morning. I got 13 minutes. Well, I got till this cuts me off and then I'm done for the night because I gotta eat, shower. I've thrown a couple times out in other videos. I've kind of mentioned stuff about like on the sunset videos and shit. Just kind of prodding at these flat Earth people. Dude, I gotta say, I am so disgusted that I live in a world where all of the knowledge of the fucking world of history, everything that we've ever known, you can get at your fucking fingertips right there all day, 24/7, all the time. Anything you could ever want to know. And it's like people as a whole have just gotten fucking dumber and dumber. Like the movie Idiocracy, I've been saying this for years, that's where fucking society is heading. Walker, it's got electrolytes. I already see this shit happening. I see plenty of these things just happening all the time. When you watch someone's walking they're walking through a mall on their phone, just so into their own little world, they just fucking fall into a fountain. Dude, they should be smacked. Even adding to the humiliation of falling in the pond or the little coin pool or whatever, they should get publicly just cracked. Just to kind of, maybe it'll snap them back to their senses. If it happens enough times, maybe people start paying fucking attention to what they're doing and go, hey man, there's other fucking people around here. Holy shit. I live in a world just full of fucking thousands and thousands of fucking people. Maybe I should stop being a dick, So anyways, this flat earth thing, man, it just, dude, it fucking, look, there's a couple examples that I've thought of. I'm not going to get too deep into this because it's just fucking ridiculous. But it's like, there's a couple easy things that I've not yet heard anybody else say. I'm sure somebody else has come up with it. I just have not heard this. It's something I thought about on my own. And it's just a couple easy examples that you can look at in your day-to-day life and go, yeah, you know what? If it were flat and the sun and the moon were just kind of floating above this flat disc, that these things that I see every fucking day wouldn't be possible. So, sunset videos, as you can see, like once the sun goes down, let me see if I can get something around here. We got this old CD. All right. So if I'm right here, it's noon, starts coming down. So when it gets down to like here, it's not shining on me, but that there's still sunlight shining across that groove. Well, that's until it gets far enough where it doesn't do that anymore. And that light is coming up and lighting up the bottom of the clouds. So if the sun and the moon were just floating above this disk, you're not going to be able to light up clouds that are maybe 1,000 feet high. I mean, it's just not going to be possible. There's absolutely no way that it'd be possible. And the giant Lake Michigan that we got, that's the way of the sunset. Lake Michigan is north, directly north. As a matter of fact, I think if I go straight north, it's just straight north. So it couldn't be like shining off of Lake Michigan and hitting the clouds, because it's just that it's a fucking different direction. So, so here's the thing: if the Earth were flat, and people think that like the globe, you just take the south end of the globe and just come out with it. So all the different, you'd be like North and South America, Africa, and so on all the way around. So. And then the sun and the moon are only like so many miles above us, and they're just floating around this disk, okay? And we all live in this flat disk, and the Antarctica isn't a continent. It's not a polar cap. It's a ring, like an ice wall that just holds everything in place. Now, I understand is like from what I understand is that they believe that the other planets are globes. So, for starters, how the fuck would just this one planet be flat? That doesn't make sense. That right there just doesn't make any fucking sense. So, anyways, I mean, how would this disc form? Like something that has gravity and mass and clumps up into a ball. I can understand that to some extent, but how a gigantic disc that's just fucking. I mean, it's like not exactly approximately we'll say 20,000 miles from the South Pole to the North Pole. I think that's right. Because it's 24,000, a little over 24,000 around, and we're bigger around than we are up and down. So we'll just call it 21, 22,000, maybe 20,000, something like that. But it's like, dude, how the fuck did you get a 20,000 foot flat disc in the middle of space? And how is it that, you can look at the sky at night and you can see, it changes throughout the year, but currently right now, like right after the sun goes down, you can see Jupiter heading toward the west horizon, and Saturn's trailing behind it a little ways. Like if I stand there and I put my hand out like that, I can just almost touch the two planets. And how would they be lit up? How would they be lit up in the sky if the sun was just floating above this little disk? How the fuck are all the? There's 5 planets you can see with the naked eye throughout the year, all different times. At one point, I could see 4 different planets at the same time. One in the west, just above the west horizon. One up here, there's one there, one there, one there, and then one over the east horizon. And it's only about 15, 20 minutes each night you can see it, and then the one over there finally went down. To actually have the one over the east come up and the other one go down. So here's another thing. If the sun and the moon were much smaller than what we think, and they're floating around this disk, tell me something. Like, the day... If it was as close as they think that it is, and it's there, it's going to start off in the distance tiny. Because you can see, you see the size of the sun and the moon in the sky. Like a full moon and the sun, you see how big, the size that they are. As in the morning, they're going to start off as a pinpoint of light. And it's just going to get a little bit bigger, and a little bit bigger, and a little bit bigger, and a little bit bigger. And when it's at its furthest most point directly above you, at that closest point, it will appear at its biggest point in the sky. And as it starts to go away, it's going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. Now, the sun's kind of hard to watch, but the moon would do the same thing. It's going to start off as a real little dot and just get closer and closer and closer and closer. Now, I don't know if they would disappear before they would touch the horizon, or appear to look like they touched the horizon on a flat disk. I don't know. But either way, they're not going to stay the same size through the sky all the time. It's not going to happen. In fact, there's some times where right as the moon starts to come up, it's not often, but there's every now and then it'll look like it's even bigger in the sky than normal. And there's been once or twice I see the sun going down where it's like real dark orange and it looks bigger than normal. You can kind of look at it with some sunglasses, you know, and it certainly is not going to look bigger once it gets closer to the horizon. If anything, it's going to look smaller and smaller. That doesn't happen. So, how are the other planets getting lit up? If, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, how the fuck? I mean, you can see Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Venus, and Mars throughout the sky all different times of the year. I think before too long here, Mercury and Venus are going to eventually be back in the night sky here soon. Because Mercury, I think, has an 88-day year, and I forget what Venus is, but it's not as long as our year, and it's longer than Mercury, so somewhere in there. But since they're going faster than us, they change positions a lot. I just started watching Jupiter and Saturn because I've never, like, I swear they seem like they're a little bit closer to each other at the beginning, like early this year, but I can't say for certain. But now that I have something to compare it to, and I want to watch over the next several years, because at some point, Jupiter should end up lapping Saturn. Saturn takes 29 years. Jupiter's like 12 years, 13 years, somewhere roughly around there. But point being is that it does the trip in like less than half the time that takes Saturn. So at some point in the night sky, but the only thing I don't know is I tried to figure this out. Looking at it, I thought, because I figured out the way the Earth spins and how we're going around the sun, and I tried to visualize where these planets are, and it seems like Jupiter is getting further away, like it's heading west faster than Saturn is what it appears to be doing. I might be wrong, because like I said, I haven't really, like, this one part I haven't noticed. I look at the planets all the time, but I haven't really thought about this before. So I'm going to have to watch it and see how it goes, but I would think that Jupiter, where it's at compared to low power, where Jupiter is at in comparison to Saturn, it should be getting closer to it right now and about to pass it. But I don't think it's doing that. It seems to be going the other way. And after because we're moving around the sun too, so that could affect, and they're all moving to the sun. I think we all go the same way though. That's what's confusing me. But I tried to figure it out a couple times, and I didn't take a lot of time to do it. But it just seems as though they should be, like Jupiter should be getting close to it. But it might be too. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe when I saw the 4 planets earlier this year, I don't know what their positions were. I don't remember what they were. So I don't know. It might actually be getting closer to it. So I'm going to pay attention to this over the next year, couple years, and I just really want to see which way it goes, and if it is heading closer to Saturn, I'll actually get to witness in the next, several years. I get to actually see Jupiter pass Saturn, and hopefully they might be lined up in like direct alignment for a little while. That'd be cool. Like you just see one of them, you just see Saturn disappear because Jupiter's much brighter in the sky. I think always. I think Jupiter's always brighter because it's big. Well, I mean Saturn's big, but Jupiter's big and it's closer too. So. Saturn kind of looks like a faint star, where Jupiter's bright, as bright as can be. I'm running out of time here, so one thing I don't understand is what the fuck happened to American society. When the fuck did everybody start getting feelings? Like, when did everybody start getting feelings? And say, talking shit ain't fair, and people get hurt feelings, and growing up, my mom always told me that life ain't fucking fair, so get over it. Deal with it. Just get the fuck on with it, because it's going to be that way. There are going to be times where shit don't seem fucking fair, so get over it. My own personal feelings don't fucking matter, So, why is it that it seems like our society is catering to people who get hurt feelings? And you notice the more that they cater to them, the more people start having feelings? Like, fucking safe spaces, man. That's just, dude, that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. And in the late, early 1940s, you got people who were like 15, maybe 14, 16, lying about their age just so they can go across overseas and fight, the Japan, to fight them or to go fight the Nazis. Like, we see older people that might have been from the war. I don't think there's that many survivors left. For people, well, survivors more. But it's like, you see those people now and they seem old and they having difficulty getting around. They might drive slow and all that. But it's like, those are some badass fucking people at one point, man. Like, just because they're older, I mean, we're all going to end up there at some point if we live that long. But, I don't know, it's just crazy. Like, those are some tough fucking people, man. And that was, I mean, that's one of the biggest turning points in the history of mankind. I mean, literally, that was the last chance somebody had to take over the fucking world. And you had people just signing up underage, man, to go all the way to the other side of the fucking globe and go fight these crazy ass people that are trying to take over the fucking world. And they did it, man. Like, Normandy, that's some fucking crazy shit. And fighting in Africa and coming up through Italy, that's some wild shit, man. Because you also had Mussolini and the Italian army. They were allies with them. I don't seem to forget that a lot. I don't know why, but so you had to fight them as well. That's crazy, man. Like, and now people need safe spaces because somebody told them that they don't, said something about them that they didn't like, and I don't know. It's terrible, man. And the problem is the more you cater to this shit, the more it's gonna fucking happen. It's not gonna go away. It's just gonna get worse. Oh, I sleep in my contacts like every night, and lately they've been getting really, really dry on me. It's starting to hurt. So I don't know. It's sad to see. Like, for a little while during and after World War II, like, we were a pretty kick-ass country. And now it's just falling apart, man. People, we have it so fucking easy. So easy that people just find the dumbest shit to complain about. I mean, think about that, man. Like, why is it that so many people aren't just thankful for the great things that they have? So what if you had to work for it? So does anybody else that wants something great. But why aren't people, most people don't immediately think of the positive when something bad happens. Their first reaction is always, and even when good things are happening, people are still bitching all the time. It's just all the fucking time. Crying about feelings, and everybody's got a fucking opinion on everything. Why the fuck does everybody have an opinion on everything? Why? Like, all of a sudden, it's like people's opinions fucking matter. Why? Because we have the internet? Just because you can put the shit out there doesn't make it any more valid, and it's going to cut me off. I guess I'll do some more after all. Dude.